So then when the barber fucks you up, you're looking like Boo Boo the Fool and you're upset. Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Devontae. We are back again with another motherfucking video. So guys, today in this video, we are gonna talk about, and if you see me looking at my phone, I'm looking at my notes that I've written for myself. But in this video, we're gonna talk about how to prevent your hairline from being pushed back. Yes, this is a good one. This is a really good one, man. I've been waiting to put this video out for a minute. Not necessarily put this video out, but just talk on this topic. As far as, how not to get your hairline pushed back at the barbershop, y'all. Some of you guys cut your own hair, but that's not everybody. Everybody doesn't know how to cut their own hair. Everybody wasn't blessed with the skill, the knowledge of cutting their own hair. You know what I'm saying? Some of us know to follow our own skills that we've been blessed with and stay in our own lanes. But then others like myself, we know how to cut our own hairs. But the majority of men are going to the barbershop, right? So with that being said, I'm going to talk about how you can prevent your hairline from being pushed back. I see this all the time. I myself have been pushed back for not following this one simple thing that I'm going to talk about within this video. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. All right, y'all. So as I mentioned, I will be looking at my phone here because I've written notes down for myself. As you can see, this is not no fucking chat GPT type shit. This is notes that I actually written down for myself. So I don't want to hear no bullshit. This is shit that I came up for myself to talk to you guys about. Shit that I've come to know, come to learn.
Okay.
But anyway, guys. So the number one way, this isn't a fucking hack. This isn't no fucking, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. But how you can prevent your hairline from being pushed back at the barbershop, guys, you got to pay fucking attention. Okay? I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. You got to pay fucking attention, guys. What I mean by that is, some of you guys are going to the barbers. You're just sitting on in the chair. For one, you're going to a barber that you don't even know. You're just going to the barber shop, having a seat. You're not even scoping the different barbers out to see which one actually is doing a good job or which one is actually just focused on their shit, not talking, not having side conversations with people. Which I'm not saying that a barbershop barbers can't have conversations or whatnot. That doesn't mean that they're not good, but you want a barber that's gonna really be focusing and not fucking cutting hair and type shit. No, you want them to focus, zone in on your hair while they're cutting your hair. But some of you guys don't even do that. You're just hopping in the fucking chair. So then when the barber fucks you up, you're looking like Boo Boo the Fool and you're upset.
Oh yeah! Come! No!
So that's when I say by pay attention. Not only in that aspect, that's the first part of it, but actually when you actually get into the chair, when you actually get into the chair to get a haircut, let's say you actually did follow the steps of actually scoping out a barber, which I told you this before. When you go to the barbershop, guys, and I'm just gonna, go off on a side tangent really quick. When you go to the barber, guys, first and foremost, you want to be scoping out these barbers, guys. We living in a time where social media is at its highest peak, and it's still going. It's still transcending. It's going in an upward trajectory. So back in the day, I'm a 93. I was born in 93. Okay? Back in the day, we didn't have social media like how we have now. So you had to go to the barbers. You had to go to different barbershops and actually scope out a good barber. I used to have an afro. Okay? So I had to find a barber that actually specialized in cutting afros or was really good at it. And I did find one. And I set up appointments with the person to, cut my hair and shape up my fro and things like that. But that took work. And then when I was a little kid, of course, we all had the same barber that we go to from our parents that found, from our dad or whatever, mom. Well, for me, it was my dad. He actually found Actually, no, it was my dad and my mom. So on my dad's side, my dad lived in Tallahassee. I live in Florida. So in Florida, I had a specific barbershop who I was going to. I was going to them for years as a kid. So I was blessed. You know what I'm saying? I went to that barber. He did a good job. I'm not gonna lie. It was two specific people in the barbershop that I used to go to. I don't know if they're still alive. That might be bad, but they were really good. One of them was black. The other one was he was white. Older white guy. The man know how to cut hair though. The man was a beast. He was a beast with them clippers. And then the black guy, this motherfucker, he know how to cut, but his clippers were so sharp. So he could easily. He didn't cut me up, but it was sharp to the point where it was like, God damn. So once you sprayed the alcohol and everything like that to, disinfect, that shit burned like a motherfucker. That shit burned. Anyway, so that was on my mom's side. I went to them for years. And then when I would go to Tallahassee for the summer to see my dad, we had this one specific barber that we used to always go to. And he cut phenomenal. Like, I was getting fades and whatnot. This was after the afro. So I think doing the afro too. But I would get temp fades. And then also bald fade as well. And then even as a kid too. It's like, matter of fact, no, I lied. This was a little bit before the afro. But anyway, I say all that to say, as a kid, it was a little bit easier because I don't want to say easier, my bad. Let me back up. As a kid, we didn't have it like how we have it now. And the reason why I say that is because I was going somewhere with this. The reason why I say that is because now we have social media. So the blessing of social media is you can do your fucking research. Search through Instagram. You can search through TikTok. You can search through YouTube. Specifically TikTok. I like TikTok. It's really good. It's really user friendly when it comes to finding certain niches and different things that you're interested in or that you're looking for, where you can go ahead and be able to do it or whatever. So in this case, a barber. Like, you can go on social media and search for that barber. You can type in barbershop. You can type in barbers and locally to wherever you are and find a quality barber to go to, as opposed to just hopping in the chair like we did back in the day, before we finally got a good barber. So that's what I'm saying to you guys is that's the reason why I made that point. I know it took a long time, but that's the reason why I said that. So now we have the resources. We have all of these tools in our bag in order to find a quality barber. But yet, some of you guys are still just hopping in the chair to any barber. So then what's happening is you're hopping in that chair and the barber is just doing whatever the fuck. They're not a good barber. Or maybe they are a good barber. And because they're not really locked in to your cut, or you don't know what it is that you really want, like you have no real knowledge. And I'm not saying you have to know every single thing when it comes to getting a haircut. But specifically for yourself, you should know what type of haircut works for you. Whether it be a temp fade, whether it be a mid fade, whether it be a bald fade. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a high top fade, a low fade. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Whether you want your beard faded, where you want it not faded. Whether you want your beard low. You have to know all of these things so that when you're telling your barber what exactly you want, they're able to give that to you. And then more so than that, they're able to execute and not do the complete opposite of what you want.
It up like you fucked up my hairline. I'm gonna fucking sue the cunt. Cause my hairline, I'm not even gonna work anymore.
And that's pushing your shit back, or just not delivering with the cut that you want. And I'm trying to avoid you guys. I'm trying to avoid that from happening to you because it happened to me. So when I used to cut my hair, y'all. My bad, I'm sorry. When I used to go to barbers, I never used to really pay attention like that. And that's the whole purpose of me telling you guys to pay fucking attention. Because my barber pushed my shit back. And honestly, he wasn't even my barber. It was some random barbershop that I went to across from my church. That, you know what I'm saying? It was a day. Mind you now, I cut my hair, right? You guys know I cut my own hair. So it was a day I didn't feel like cutting my hair. And I ended up just going to that barber because I'm just like, man, I don't feel like cutting my hair. Let me just go to this barbershop real quick. Long story short, I ended up going to a guy that ultimately fucked my shit up and pushed my hair back. And when I say push my hairline back, so I've always had a big ass forehead, guys. But specifically right here, now I have the fucking Vegeta going on.
You should see the look on your face right now. How would you feel if I told you there's another like me?
I have Vegeta going on. He pushed the size of my hairline, my front of hairline, back. He made it go back further. So now it's going like this. Of course, being that my head is round, it's gonna go like that regardless. But he pushed it back further, so now it's here instead of right here. And that's basically because I sat in the chair. I wasn't paying attention. He was doing all of this talking and shit while he was cutting my hair. That's the one thing I do not like. Oh my god, barbers be cutting and talking and shit. I don't like that shit. I don't care if you could cut good. I need you to focus on the job being done. When it's done, you can go ahead and do your little chatting and all that shit. But that's why I don't go to barbers nowadays because, and I'm not saying this is all barbers, but most barbers, they don't really lock in on your hair. So it's really hard to find a good barber, a quality barber at that, that's going to do what you want and deliver at the end of the day. And so, long story short, I didn't pay attention during that cut. And little did I know during the cut, he was pushing my hairline back. And this is when I had an afro. He was pushing it back. So, yeah. And I didn't say anything after the cut. I didn't realize it until I got out the barbershop, went to my car. I was just looking at the cut. Because at first in the barbershop, I was just like, okay, look good, look good. And then when I got in the car, I looked at it again. And I seen that my shit was pushed back. And by that point, it's too far gone. It's already done. The damage is done by that point. So the whole point of this video is to just tell you guys to please pay attention when you are going to the barber shop, guys. And this is why I cut my own hair to this day. To this day. That's the last time I went to the barbershop, guys. I haven't been to the barbershop since then. I don't trust barbers, man. I hate to say it. And I have family members and shit that are barbers. Salute to you guys. Y'all do a good job. I commend you guys. Boom. No hard feelings. But for me and myself, I don't play about my appearance for one. And you guys shouldn't either. So when you go into these barbers, you got to really like lock the fuck in. Pay attention. Know exactly what you want. How you want it. And make sure they're doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing. If you see the barber doing something that you don't like, if you see him pushing up, making your mustache thin when you actually like it thick, you need to speak up. You need to speak up and say something. Otherwise, you're going to be looking like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be looking like a fucking, who knows? I don't even know. You don't even know. And guess what? The job is already done, so you can't do anything about that. So I really want you guys to pay attention, man. And that's why I cut my own hair, guys. If you want to learn how to cut your hair, I suggest you do so. And just it takes time, guys. I didn't learn how to cut my hair overnight. It took years to actually get decent, and I'm still not the best of the best. But guess what? I know what I want. I know how I want my hair to look like, and I know how to get that job done. I could do a better job than a barber would to my hair because, for one, I have a few. We're all not perfect, guys. My hair is not perfect. My beard isn't perfect. We have impurities within our hairstyles and shit like that. So for that reason, I know how I want my shit to be. I know I want my beard to not be low. I know I still want it to be thick. I know I don't want to trim it down. I know I just want to, just slightly do some trims. I know that with my fades, I know I want my beard faded. I know with my lineups, I don't want to line up right here on my temples. I know I just want to do my C-cups because as I showed you guys, so this was pushed back. My front hairline was pushed back. And then I don't know if you guys have noticed, but right here has been thinning out. Right here has been thinning out. But guess what? I guarantee if I go to the barber, guess what they're going to do? They're going to push this back. They're going to just line up right here. Fuck no. Fuck no. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys to... I'm not saying you got to learn how to cut your hair. Fine. We all don't have that ability. I understand that. But when you go to these barbers, you need to scope out these barbers. Go on social media, do your research. You have all of the tools. You have cellular devices. Instead of going on fucking who knows what the fuck you're doing on your phone, you need to be searching out these barbers to keep up your appearance. Appearance is everything. All right? So you need to make yourself look presentable. In order to make yourself look presentable, you need to do your research to find a barber that specializes in what you want. Your hairstyle, your overall look. And you got to pay attention when you are in your chair, guys. Get off your phone while you're texting and just getting a haircut and pay attention to what's being done. Because honestly, another thing is too, if you want to learn how to cut your hair, you got to pay attention to what they're doing. And you can probably just even ask like, hey, what guard are you using? Or do you have your clipper open or closed? Things like that. But yeah, I say all that to say, I know I went off on a little tangent because I just want to just tell you guys my story and what happened to me so that it doesn't happen to you. So guys, pay attention when you go in your chair, man. That's why I don't go to barbers anymore. But that's just me. That's just me. Whatever. That's why I come on here to this day. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all that simple tip on how to avoid your shit being pushed back and just overall your appearance being lackluster when you're going to the barbershop. You know, you got to know what you want, how you want it, and pay attention, guys. So that's all for this video, guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Again, my name is Devontae, aka Molding Greatness. You can follow me on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of course, Facebook. Yeah, everywhere, guys. And that's it for the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Let's go.